entering the game and assigning teams. We've got Drizzt, OGCon, Brian Lynn, Shorty Rock, Mark 2.0, Benji, Super Oxide, and Hutster 911. It looks like we have only one China player, but 3 French this round, 2 Abbasid, 1 Roos, and 1 HRE. I'm excited to see how this pans out. French are really fun on these maps just because they really get to get their nights out early, and it's usually leads to a lot of raiding. Ooh, of course, again, we have this triangle being placed, top corner, bottom corner, side corner. I'm gonna try to get the chatting set up so that we can stream the chats, but otherwise I will leave it on free camera right now. Oh, whoa. And you guys can watch people place their landmarks. All right, we'll get the chat set up in a little bit. So otherwise, we're just gonna view this. This is interesting. Nobody can really spawn in the true bottom corner because there's quite a bit of wood down there. There are several neutral markets on the map. So there's 2. 2 neutral markets are available here for players. It's just that only French players can actually see the see where they are. So if I do this is a French player has that special ability, if that makes sense. On the northwest side, we have a clean line of civilization. So this is an interesting, oh, that was deleted. Oh, Super Oxide is like, nah, man, get me out. Otherwise, it looks like Benji has a really good corner spawn right here as playing as French in between wood and a very large 8,000 gold vein. So that'll be really good for his placement. Otherwise, it looks like OGCon is kind of up more towards the northern side, and Hutster has a northern corner as China. There are very many colors on the minimap. It is hard to see everything. There's a lot of gold too, kind of in this little area. So more of the gold is on the southern side of the map, which is a pretty interesting spawn. This will be a hot spot once people start to eye it out. I do see Drizzt getting another large pot of gold, and Shorty Rock pretty close nearby, setting up his TC. This is a Abbasid TC, so he chose to play Abbasid in both games right there. Also, it looks like Brian Lynn is playing Abbasid, and he is in the other corner position. I feel like corner positions are really good and for Abbasid players just to get a little bit extra protection. But we did see last game, if there is backstabbing occurring, it's not that hard to overcome a good position on the map. Let's look at current res, see who's going up first. I would expect Super Oxide might be in a really good place to go up first to the second age, but he is just placing down his TC. So actually maybe not, because he hasn't spent any on extra villagers right now. 3 farms immediately being placed. It looks like, you know, everyone's got their only farms build order down. Forestry has now been completed for Mark 2.0. Looks like he's getting ready for that.
Mother.
All is quiet and well. They've got less than a minute left before they decide to decide who they want to be teamed up with. Even though Super Oxide did move to a different area, that's not necessarily the any farther away from anyone else. He's actually just closer to Benji at this point. All right, I'm gonna try to get up this chat for us to view and see if I can pull it in from the other game. We'll just watch the free camera, see what Mark 2.0 is up to. Let's see. So this is I'm trying to cut this for you guys so we can capture the chat. Chat only. Hopefully only capture chat. And this way we'll be able, oh, there we go. There's our chat. Chat for you guys. Now we can get some drama rolling. Big thanks to OGCon for sharing their screen with us. I really appreciate it because otherwise I can't see chat. So. All right, we'll turn off free camera and get back at it. It looks like, oh, Shorty Rock has learned from his past mistakes and made a pretty big distance from his House of Wisdom to his main TC. Like I said before, you know how he went down and I said he did a pretty good placement in terms of like trying to, I guess, push back the corner and keep his House of Wisdom safe, but it wasn't safe enough. So this time he seems to have a very safe spawn. This forest is huge too, so he should be able to wall around it no problem whatsoever. I don't see anyone getting aged up to the second age just yet. I'm gonna kind of fast forward to live right now so we can catch up in chat and make sure everything is completely up to date, but otherwise I think we can see the teams coming in. People are talking about placement and different things, but otherwise there isn't a true team happening yet. So you can see in the chat and kind of piece together what's going on now that we've caught up. It should be live enough to match. We see the age up sign from Mark 2.0. Driz T actually was the first one to hit the second age. He's got his Akin Chapel. He's able to play as the HRE, so he'll get that extra buff by his inspired villagers. It's very good for him. Otherwise, Super Oxide has reached the feudal age. Benji has reached the feudal age. I'm expecting to see a lot of French knights out here in a few minutes. I think also, you know, OGCon is playing as the Roos. Roos are really fun. We can see he's up to a bounty of 225. He hasn't found any more wolves. If we look at his scouts on the map, he's doing a little bit of a rush with his wooden fortress. Wooden fortresses have no debuff on them. He also has a little villager over here gathering wood. I'm hoping if he does, he did choose the high, oh no, he hasn't gone up yet. So if he chooses the high trade house, his bounty will just continue to rise in terms of gathering rate for gold. He also has a relic. This is great. He has a relic like right in his base, so that's very convenient. Mark 2.0 has also reached the feudal age. In the meantime, he seems to be walling up with palisade walls, trying to define his land. I don't know if the palisade wall strategy has really been working for that many players. Maybe the stone wall definitely helps, but the palisade wall is just kind of for defining different moments, different area. And also he's walling himself in to a pretty small res area. So he's got 2 big pots of gold, but only 1 stone. Not too much resources here. Most of the resources are down south. Water won last time. Oriental Sniper. Let's check on Shorty Rock over here. He's just keeping a pretty good eye on his his House of Wisdom. He hasn't secured fresh foodstuffs yet. I don't know when he just reached the feudal age. Ooh, I hear a Wololo going off. Ooh, Wololo gonna be able to take over the Spearman really easily. Brian Lynn's Spearman is now captured. He's just going out onto the map. He's actually pretty far from home, I would say. I don't know where he's spawning them out here and just sending them forward. So let's see where he's going. Yeah, they're just going here. This guy is heading out to do some type of terror, a little bit of scout harassment on China. Hutster booming. He's got 2 TCs up here. I would definitely be watching him if I was his neighbor. Yes, okay, so OG Khan has it out for Hutster. He's not letting him build up that wall. He's trying to defend this area, and that is so smart. After the games that we've seen, when you're playing against China, that's really important to at least play in a way that you can prevent yourself from being taken out a little bit too early. He's got a good group of spearmen too. Continuing, let's look at where OG Khan is. Brian Lynn is still not up to the 2nd age. OG Khan doing some pretty good defense, trying to take out this Barbican of the Sun. He's got spears on it. I think he's going to be building a 2nd ram. He has a pretty good steady wood income, it looks like. He doesn't have a wooden fortress, though, within this area, which is vital for the Rus. It would allow him to get... He's getting double... Is he getting double erratics? No, he's not. It would allow him to get this buff. So, like I said, so the influence will add a 20% return with more wood. So he really needs this, especially since he's going farm so early, and especially since he's playing as Rus. Barbican of the Sun looks like it's about to go down, but all the villagers are being pulled. Several Tukanu coming out as well. Gonna be able to clean up a lot of these spearmen, but the mass is rather big. I would expect, getting a couple horsemen out here as well would be helpful for OG Khan. Running away his rams from these raging, torch-carrying villagers. Barbican is on fire. 2 Royal Knights out here. That's what I was talking about. He needs just a little bit of defense. A couple villagers also going down at the hands of these really strong knights. Rus is always, I don't know if this is forgotten, but this is my favorite feature of the Rus, that they also have early knights. They're so strong, and they can really hold up against French knights as well with raiding. Oh, that 1 knight went down, though. It's expensive. A few of the military buildings being taken out by OG Khan. He's doing a really strong push against Hutster, who only has these 2 military production buildings. He's going in on the Imperial Academy. A lot of... wow, he might be able to actually do a lot of damage to this first player. Who knows? OG Khan might be able to capture first blood. Yep, that's not going very well. He's trying to protect his villagers. He has another knight. I feel like he needs to like get out one more. Oh yeah, he does. 2 more knights are coming. Another ram is on the way as well. These knights are so vital because they'll be able to harass anything that comes out from Hutster. Hutster is very alone in this section. Yeah, you don't want to deal with strong China in the late game. It looks like there's a little bit of tower rushing though happening on the corner towards Brian Lin. Driz T is trying to push up towards the north side. Driz T is playing as HRE, so tower rush is a little bit out of their wheelhouse, but nevertheless it can be done. Checking back on this, it looks like Hutster is trying to make a run for it, pulling all of his villagers. Unfortunately, he doesn't know that OG Khan has vills right here who are going to be able to see them walking through. He's just going to run into a wall of wood, running right into OG Khan's base. Not looking like the best strategy right now. If he tucks anybody else into the TC, oh, they're making their way around. They're trying to do a last pull, and it looks like Hutster has been conquered by OG Khan. OG Khan will get the first blood bonus of 2 points. So he'll get a total 6 points. Not to mention, also, Hutster was OG Khan's secret target, so he'll get the extra 2 points for killing the first blood, extra 2 points for his secret target, and 4 points for the kill, totaling in 8 points within the first 17 minutes of the game. Wow, OG Khan is on a roll. That was a really strong spawn for him. Way to go. Get that China Civ out of the way in the beginning. That was amazing. Really great. And not to mention, he's also streaming for me. So look, so he seems to be teamed up with Brian Lin, who's out in the corner. OG Khan and Brian are together if you look at chat. Also, Super Oxide is on their team right now. So we have blue, yellow, and orange on a team. Oh, that's probably why they all have flags. So blue, yellow, and orange are all teamed up right now. It looks like red is totally rushing Brian Lin. Brian Lin doesn't have a lot of military to survive through this, but Mark 2.0 is also on the team of Brian Lin, it looks like. Mark 2.0 helping him clean up. Green is also on the way. I don't know what green must be. Shorty Rock is also I don't know if Shorty Rock is on a team. It looks like they have it out for Driz T. He has massive map control. Wow, it looks like everyone's trying to, this is drama. An alliance of elves and menace needed. A little bit of Lord of the Rings reference for you if you guys are looking at chat. Driz T is really strong. You know, he's coming out with knights as an HRE player, so not a lot of men-at-arms, but this actually is a really good strategy since he doesn't have a proxy base. He's really just trying to corner up here, and sending out men-at-arms all the way across the map would take a really long time. So having knights, having mobile units is really important, especially since this proxy base is just a siege workshop. It looks like this tower is about to be burned down. Spears are headed towards these knights, but these knights, let's see. Driz T is in age 3. They have a couple upgrades. These spearmen are veteran spearmen, but you know, he's just aging up to, or he's aged up to castle, but I don't know where his blacksmith is. No blacksmith out for Brian Lin, so he doesn't have. Brian doesn't have a blacksmith, so he's not going to get the extra upgrades, although the extra upgrades came in for veteran spearmen, but he's not going to get hardened, whatever, his elite undermesh, his iron undermesh, and things like that. Teal is suspicious of blue. That's true, guys. Just continue reading the drama in the chat. Mark, do you want to landmark snipe me? What does that mean? Mark 2.0 seems to be teamed up. Phil, it looks like they're trying to be like, are you gonna landmark snipe me? They don't want the points to go to Driz T. Driz T is looking pretty strong in this corner, but if they look at this base, he could easily be landmark sniped himself. He doesn't have any military back home. He's just starting to lay down men-at-arms production buildings, which are a little bit of barracks. So he doesn't have anything at home. If we look out on the map, OG Khan is spawning a lot of Rams. I don't know if he's planning to go in on Mark 2.0 or anywhere else. If we look down here in the corner, Benji also has it out for Super Oxide. He did a little bit of tower rushing, has a defensive outpost here. And Super Oxide doesn't have much to defend besides a few knights. He's trying to queue up a little bit of barracks to get some spearmen out, but right now the mass of Benji is a lot larger than that of Super Oxide. So let's see where Super Oxide is at. Super Oxide also is very low on gold, doesn't have enough to queue up anything else stronger besides spearmen. He's gonna let these Rams in, wait until he has time to build up enough military. I don't think this is looking very good for Super Oxide. If we look over here on this side of the map, it looks like OG Khan is going in towards Mark 2.0. Mark 2.0 is landmark sniping. He's landmark sniping Brian Lynn, who is like, just take the points, just take this points at this point. But now he's got to get Mark 2.0 is better turn around soon, because these Rams are about to head in, take out his main TC, his School of Cav, and probably that's it. Oh my gosh, Mark 2.0 is going an all-in feudal. If we check back in on orange, it's not looking good. 3 Rams going in on Super Oxide School of Cav. He doesn't have upgrade to veteran. He did get up to Castle Age, kind of hit out his guild hall up on the corner, but it's not going to hold back this huge mass of Arbitelier and huge mass of knights. They're not even doing anything. They're just letting the Rams do all the work at this point. Brian Lynn is still being raised down by Mark 2.0, but at the other side, OG Khan is in Mark 2.0's base. He has nothing to defend this. Oh my gosh, he's going totally down. OG Khan is doing his best to... Oh gosh, Mark 2.0 is pulling villagers. OG Khan has a ton of spears. Yeah, spears are going back towards all the villagers. Villagers going down. He's added military of 21. 21 knights are only in Brian Lynn's base. He's sending out a couple horsemen to do a little bit of defense. Oh no, these guys are stuck. Totally stuck, taking out that house to get around it. Oh, it looks like Mark 2.0 is also going down. I don't know if he's gonna get the House of Wisdom out before Brian Lynn goes down. Oh my gosh, Brian Lynn is still alive. OG Khan is on a roll, also takes out Mark 2.0. He'll get the 4 points for taking out Mark 2.0. Brian Lynn is still alive. With several villagers that he pulls into the corner. He has time to recover. There's one trebuchet in the corner from Driz T. If Driz T wants, he could turn around and try to take out the rest of the House of Wisdom, but it looks like Brian Lynn... wait, why are these dead? Wait, they're dead. Can they take this out if they're dead? That's a bug, right? These knights will... They follow their last command before defeat. Brian's trying to repair this. I don't understand they're out though. Somebody's gotta convert these, pick up this relic really quickly, otherwise. Oh, they're talking about the Ghost Lancers coming through and trying to take out the last landmark. I don't know how I feel about this right now. This is how the game handles eliminations. That is not okay. I feel like that is a bug that needs to be fixed. If we look up in the corner, he's got to pull all of his, Brian Lynn's got to pull everyone to be able to build this back up. Oh gosh, okay. Oh, It looks like Driss T got the last hit with his counterweight trebuchet. I don't know how I would split those points because most of the work was actually done by Mark 2.0, taking out 2 of the landmarks, no, almost nearly both of them. So it would make more sense to split the 2 points between them. It's a standard, not a bug standard. Yeah, that's it's a feature. Not a bug, a feature. All right, so I really don't feel good about this. Brian Lynch should technically have been allowed to live, but points will probably be split between Mark 2.0. I don't know. What is that? Like, how do we... It's literally Driss T got the last hit on the... he was attacking it too, so it was split between Driss T and Mark 2.0. Red with his treb. Yeah, so that's a way that he could have taken it out anyways. He would have been able to do that. It looks like green and red, though, are continuing to boom. So Brian Lynn is out. We are down to the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players. OG is the one who's on the roll. He's taken over quite a bit of the map. He's hiding out one of his landmarks. Blue has spotted out, OG has spotted out where Driss T is. Purple is completely inside of Super Oxide's base. Super Oxide, though, has avoided going down at this point. I totally missed a lot of this action, but I don't see, let's see where his other landmark is. He has made a proxy base up north towards his ally. Is he allied to Super Oxide, allied with OG? I think he is. He has a second TC, 2 TCs, 2 extra TCs, and a red palace. His eco's not bad, but it's pretty bad. Purple's really trying to get those extra points with this. Wow. He's gonna have to spot out the proxy base before he gets through. He also doesn't have any bombards. Third TC also being placed down by Super Oxide. Super Oxide's really trying to recover here with his eco down to 43. He has no military. He really seems to be relying on OG to have his back at this point. I'm assuming they're teamed up. Benji is not looking too bad, though. Has a really strong base up in the corner, is now spreading down south towards where Super Oxide was. This will give him the advantage if he decides to go in on green. Green does not have any stone walls up. He's only got this very wimpy palisade wall up. He's also playing as Abbasid. He has 1 keep that is attacking some of these rogue knights that have made their way into the base from Driss T. Driss T has a little bit of battlefield going on. This is a classic battlefield. They have 2 walls. They're just like, let's meet in the field. Let's battle this out. Wow. More gold being taken up. If we look at current res, OG is doing really well. Wololo going off. For the dead villagers, it looks like the Abbasid villagers have now converted to being roofs. That gold is going to go. Oh, wow. I think he built one himself. I was like, did it convert the mining camp? He's going to take the rest of this gold and secure more of the northern side. I love how OG has just started to take over this entire corner. He's hidden his landmarks really, really well. He's got 2 relics in his Abbey of the Trinity. His other landmark, which is his high armory, is out in the corner. It's going to be really hard to take him out. He's playing like a China player. A couple knights coming out to the foreground. It looks like he's ready to march in on Shorty Rock at this point. Shorty Rock, though, unfortunately is being attacked by both sides. Driz T is going in on the south side of his base, and I think Benji is going in on the north side of the base as well. Meanwhile, OG Khan is rebuilding his military. He's got a lot of production buildings ready to go up. I want to see some Streltsy. That's what I want to see. I want to see Streltsy coming out. That's my favorite unit. If you guys didn't know, Streltsy, I really love them. And it also looks like Precautionary Super Oxide is building up a wall. So maybe he's not. Oh, maybe he is teamed up with Super Oxide. I'm not sure, but this is Precautionary for sure. Several more. Knights are just being like, let me clean up the rest of these houses. Super Oxide is now down to, he's overpopulation capped. He's at 77 units. He's not going to be able to make any more units. This is really going to hinder him. He's going to have to spend wood on making more houses. I don't know if he has noticed completely yet. I don't see any villas starting to build houses. They are just building farms. So he's got to lay some down if he wants to build any more units. 14 sleeping vills, though, is also not looking good for Super Oxide. First sacred site being captured by OG Khan. OG Khan, too, seems to have built up a pretty big mass. If we look here on the stats, he is almost pop capped. Driz T, his population capacity is pushing in strongly towards Shorty Rock's base. Shorty Rock has a smaller military, it looks like. He doesn't have strong walls. His military is at 27. His eco is really, really strong, though, so maybe he'll be able to hold out with that. He has one defensive keep around his House of Wisdom. House of Wisdom as well. Both players are up into the Imperial Age, but oh my gosh, did he forget about his upgrades? I think he forgot about his upgrades because agriculture would be huge right now for him. He doesn't have fertilization either, so that's also missing. Driz T making a very strong push in towards Shorty Rock. Most of the military is trying to hang back and avoid. Oh, he really, really needed that upgrade. So if you guys don't know, this medical centers you can use on your keeps is ideal because your units can sit under that keep and continuously healing. I will confirm based on the chat that Super Oxide and OG Khan are teamed up. Driz T is going in towards Shorty Rock. He'll be able, these bombards, this one Mega now going to be able to clean up any units that are coming out. He has to make his way back towards this corner to take out the House of Wisdom, but main TC is right in his viewpoint, so I expect that to be going down rather quickly. Shorty Rock also struggling on the food sources. Most of his front farms have been captured and taken by Driz T. He's just hanging out, letting his troops refill. He's got another grouping right here. It looks like Driz T is up to a 200 population. Shorty Rock is very, very low on his military population of 25, who are just hanging back. He's getting boiling oil. He's getting another cannon emplacement. He doesn't have enough gold to get medical centers. He's so low on the resources. He's got 13 sleeping vills, though. I don't know where they are. They might have been in the main TC. Yeah, they're in the main TC. So those guys are going to be taken out pretty quickly. If we look at this, they've been outed from their home. Mangonel not getting off his second shot, so these guys are just gonna sleep here. Colvern trying to get out. and destroy the one mangonel, but it looks like both culverins are going to get burnt up pretty quickly. A good group of 14 archers, not going to stand a chance against all these knights and archers, men at arms. These units are just way too strong for simple archers. If you just look at their health just dwindle. Super Oxide is now down to a military of 2. Things are not looking good for him. Lucky for him though, his House of Wisdom is tucked in the corner. I don't know if Shorty Rock has any teammates available to help him out. Otherwise, he's probably going to be taken down right now. Purple, though, is standing at the doorstep right here. He sees Blue's military. I don't know if they're teamed up. Oh, but it looks like Purple has spotted the last red palace or the last landmark of Orange. So we'll see if he'll be able to get enough trebuchets to take this out. The Bombard is trying to take down this wall. But otherwise, Super Oxide is looking okay. I don't know if Oji-Khan's gonna come to the defense. He is kind of trying to make a wall, create a distraction. I don't know if it's enough. If we look down here on Driz T is working his way through the base. Is going to have to take out 2 defensive keeps. Neither of them have the spring gold on it, so those cannons are pretty safe, I would say. The cannon placement is in place, though, so if that goes off, it's not going to be pretty for the 2 bombards that Driz T has. More Camel archers making their way over towards the battle site. I don't know. Oh, and he's going for it. He's going for a rush. He's taking out the trade that is non-existent, chasing after the camel archers, splitting up his army. He's trying to make sure he stays around his bombards to protect them. Those camel archers are not upgraded. They don't have flaming arrows. It's going to take him a while to get down one bombard. One bombard does go down. First castle is probably going to go down at the hands of Driz T. Driz T is spawning more and more siege as well. He's going to be able to get through this wall, take out the second yeah, he'll be able to take out this second keep quickly. Even though there's a lot of villagers repairing, Shorty Rock has enough wood to do this repair, but probably not more than once or twice. Villagers getting pulled, trying to take out this bombard. 3 more bombards coming. Now there's 3 bombards present, 2 mangonels. Mangonels getting pretty good hits off on these villagers. If this mangonel goes off, these villagers are not, yeah. Oh, actually, it might have missed a lot of them. Some of them are really unhealthy, though. They've just walled themselves in. All the villagers going down, bombard going down, sleeping villagers here. They're trying to repair the 1 keep that they have. I don't know. More reinforcements also coming on from Driz T. If we look over up on the corner, keep following to, I think, Benji's still trying to get in towards Orange's base. So that's happening. I think, though, Shorty Rock is going to die at the hands of Driz T unless somebody comes to his rescue. I don't know if he'll be able to survive through it. Villagers are now going down at the hands of several horsemen and men at arms. They cannot get this back up fully, and this House of Wisdom is going to be exposed. They have rebuilt the main TC, though. They have rebuilt the main TC. Shorty Rock has 2 people gathering food, that's it, and 32 sleeping villagers. So he could pull them if he wanted to go gather more wood up here, maybe, just to have some stuff for repairs. But it looks like House of Wisdom is also going to be attacked. He'll make his way over here. He'll probably see the second TC is built. Blue is in Orange's base. Orange is trying to defend what landmark he has left. Oh, but he did a little bit of a sneaky, and he rebuilt his guild hall. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that's frustrating for Benji as he's flooding all of the units up to the northern area of Orange's base. Super Oxide and Oji-Khan have a very strong tie right now. And Super Oxide doesn't need to be too worried about the backstabbing because we all know that Oji-Khan has also, well, I guess they don't know, but Oji-Khan has taken out his secret target. House of Wisdom also being taken out. He has respotted the rebuilt TC. Driz T has no mercy. Slowly but surely, the House of Wisdom is going to start on fire and die. Main TC also going down. Shorty Rock is now down to an eco of 7. He's got 5 of the 7 sleeping. 2 people are still like, I will die farming. Continue farming. This is only farms. The fire has started. And what's looking like the House of Wisdom has fallen to the ground. And Driz T has completely conquered Super Oxide, or not Super Oxide, Shorty Rock on their own. So Driz T, let's see. Nope, that wasn't Driz T's super target, but he will get 4 points for the success. I would be worried if, okay, so Super Oxide and OG Khan have a very strong bond. Benji is still booming up in the corner, and he is trying to get the last landmark, quote unquote, last landmark. TC has been rebuilt. Main TC is not rebuilt though. So I wonder if Super Oxide's gonna rebuild the main TC too. He's probably just gathering up more wood. He's got his guild hall on gold. He's still maintaining this very strong Red Palace. He continues to rebuild the walls. He has archers ready to go. This must be so frustrating for Benji. Benji's like, I just want to kill Orange. Let me kill Orange. But he can't. And it looks like Red's military is just hanging out up on this corner. So I don't know if he's going to spot out the College of Artillery from Benji and go for purple, or be able to also take out the guild hall landmark from Orange. So we'll see what Red's plan is next. OG Khan is also spread out all over the map. Most of Orange's other TC, fake TC placements being taken down. Wow, tower also being sniped. We see more hits coming down from this Trebuchet. Trebuchet trying to break through. Really what Purple needs to do is make sure that he has enough Trebuchets. If we saw from yesterday and learned anything from Ardelion, is if you have 24 Trebuchets, you can do anything. You could literally do anything that you put your mind to. So what Purple needs to do is get out 24 Trebs, or at least like more than one that can be easily sniped, especially when you have a teammate out on the map. Blue is making a march towards somewhere. I don't know exactly where, but we'll see what happens. I see a little bit of red flurry on the top corner of Driz T's base. So it looks like Blue is pushing in towards red. If we look at Driz T, he's trying to get a tower up. I don't know if this is pretty offensive work for OG Khan, as he's taken over most of the map. Orange and Blue are trading with each other, trying to keep this trade alive and strong. So Purple has retreated back to his base. He's taking out the small raid that Orange has sent in. Either way, Super Oxide has made a really great recovery. Super strong recovery. He has a lot of his landmarks. He's building up a keep, has a TC, has a lot of TCs. Let's see, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 TCs? 4 TCs. Even after his main one went down, OG Khan making some progress towards Driz T. He's very much spread out on the map. His military mass is coming towards the south, and he's got the Streltsy, he's got the Knights. This is what I want to see. Perfect composition. Bombards, Springolds, ready to go. Coming in towards the southern area of Driz T. Driz T pulling back his army. He's getting ready to defend. He couldn't do a little sneaky sniping at all, but he is building a forward base at this corner. So I wonder if he'll eventually try to go in towards Purple. This keep is holding off the mass of OG Khan pretty well. If we look at OG Khan, he's got a military of 78. Not all of them are over here, so he's got more military on the way. These guys are just sleeping and need to start gathering gold though. That's for sure. Blue seems to be moving in, taking out this defensive keep from Driz T. Driz T is also trying to skirt around. He's got Culverance, so if he can get a really good aim, get up on this hill, and have vision towards OG Khan, that's important. Oh my gosh! Wait. He doesn't see him. Let's see if he'll see him. He'll see him now. Oh, he's in the really dark... Okay, there it goes. There it goes. He does see now the military. Okay, he's found them. He'll be able to, these culverins will be able to take out these bombards pretty easily if they get a good hit and the bombards aren't set up. So let's see. These culverins can shoot now, so I would be definitely trying to go in here. I can see the chat going crazy. I'm in Red's base. Benji's trying to kill Orange. OG Khan's trying to play offensively at this point, trying to get off several more kills. It looks like though he is surrounded. A lot of his military is going down. He's got men at arms, horsemen. These Streltsy are just surrounded. It looks like a target. Bombards making a push forward. Let's see how many bombards he's got. Driz T has a group of 6 bombards, 3 mangonels. I love this combo. Having mangonels with you, especially when you see Streltsy, that's how they're gonna die. That's how you're gonna get them to go down rather quickly. Purple's also making another push on Orange. Took out his rebuilt TC and rebuilt Guild Hall. That's gotta hurt. No more cheeky moves for him. Purple is still has only 1 trap. I'll see if he'll amass anything else. He's probably gonna push in. It looks like Orange is trying to make a defensive keep up here on the top and 1 here in front of his red palace to create a little bit more protection. Unfortunately for this red palace, it's not gonna get, he doesn't have any military buildings around it, so he's not going to get the buff from that, but that's okay. Anyways, it looks like OG Khan and Driz T are fighting head to head at the northern end of Driz T's base. Both of them are pretty high on population. Lots of Streltsy coming out, trying to do damage. Several Springolds trying to take out the Mangonel and probably take out this Bombard. Oh my gosh, this Bombard's really, really unhealthy. Most of the military units going down from Driz T, so OG Khan was able to recover really quickly. If he runs his knights over here to kill them, that'll look really good. It looks like the sacred site is being desacredized. That's not a word, but desacredized or not. Knights are just probably like Benji's like, let me kill Super Oxide. He's coming in to do a little bit more of a battle on OG Khan's proxy base, taking out this 1 Bombard. Streltsy are doing really good work though against these Knights, trying to protect the Bombard as best they can. They're gonna get sandwiched though, so that's always not the best position. Springald's getting a couple fires off. This Springald is also dead, but not. It is completely alive, probably has like 0.5001 health, so it's not showing up. These guys, so right now, this is definitely a diplomacy game. I saw a question in the chat. So what's fun about this is that we know OG Khan and Super Oxide are teamed up with each other. They're trading with each other right now, but otherwise Driz T and Purple Benji are not teamed up. There is a really close proxy base here from from Drizzt, but he hasn't had time to do anything. A big villager mass making their way out. I think he's gonna probably build a tower or keep here, try to prevent Orange from rebuilding anything right now. Drizzt is now in OG Khan's forward base, trying to clean up as much as he can, prevent him from, I guess, replenishing his military, but OG Khan's actually making his way across the map towards purple. So I wonder if orange and blue are going to make a push on purple. Yeah, it looks like OG Khan is like, this is a lost cause. I'm not gonna waste all my resources defending here. Most of his mass is sitting at the front door of Benji. Let's see where they're headed. Orange is also making its way outside of the base. Trap going off, probably not gonna do any true damage. Now, this is gonna be hard for Benji because he's gonna be attacked from both sides. Oh, they're telling each other to push if you are looking in chat. So both of them are pushing from both sides, north and kind of the eastern front. This way, Benji's going to be forced either back into his base or have to push out. He didn't build any walls. All he's got is some outpost with some arrow slits. That's it. These guys are going to be able to take out several. Orange, is he going to take out those bombards? No. Villagers placing a defensive keep here. It's a little bit too far forward since most of Orange's military is already in the base. Benji's front line is going down. Streltsy pushing in towards the Arbitelier. Arbitelier is just they're making their way back in towards their base, also trying to protect their main landmarks. Guild Hall being raised by Orange. This is called payback. Super Oxide had, unfortunately, this happened to him earlier on the game. School of Cav is also getting raised. This is not their main TC, but it doesn't never hurts to burn down TC. Second landmark is about to go down. School of Cav, and then the main TC is right here. It's got 20 vills banked inside of it, but I don't think that's gonna help at this point. Let's look at the landmarks tracker. So he's got 2 left. The other landmark is down here on the south side of the map. Southern side of this base. I don't know if OG Khan has spotted it. No, he hasn't. So neither player has found the last landmark. I would assume he needs to get an emplacement in this really quickly or rebuild the keep or at least protect that somehow. But I feel like Benji is at least confident enough that he can chase them out. Military heading back now to purple and oranges, or blue and oranges military heading back down to the southern side, trying to get some hits off on that main TC. Knights running out onto the field. Are they going to be able to spot? No, they don't keep going. They're just going to try to raise his entire base. This will give Purple a chance to recover, maybe? I don't know. Purple, let's see. Benji is now down to a military of 20 and eco of 37, so he can't recover if this gets taken out. Knights are going back out on the field. Red is also making his way over towards, I don't know who. Towards the last landmark. Oh no, last landmark has been spotted by Super Oxide. Super Oxide is going to be able to take out this Cartilage of Artillery. Red's military is kind of stuck up there. I don't know if where they're really going. I think they're trying to help take out Benji. Oh no, they're killing the Knights. Oh, they're taking out Orange. I don't know if maybe they're teamed up. Are they teamed up? Benji is going down and he has fully been taken out. It looks like I don't know if Drizzt was trying to kill Orange, but it looks like he was trying to protect maybe Benji. I'm not sure, but Benji has been killed by Super Oxide and OG Khan. Looks like OG Khan and Super Oxide are teaming up till the end, or so they say. that would probably be the best move for them. Unfortunately, they've got to build another proxy base. This proxy base was completely cleaned up by Driz T. That just shows how strong he is as a player right now. He's got a lot of res built up, but and OG-Khan has really low on food, surprisingly. If we look at OG-Khan, let's see where he's at. He's only at 375 for his total bounties accumulated. It seems like he didn't go high trade house, which is okay. He went for the Abbey of the Trinity, you know, which is going to be able to have a pretty good income of the 300 a minute gold, all different types of resources, which is really important. But otherwise, I don't know if he'll be able to build up enough food. He also, like, if he had the bounty for it, that would be better. Get that full bounty up to at least 500. And that's the way you can do it with high trade house if you're playing on this free-for-all map. It looks like Red is trying to push in towards Orange. He's totally taken over the base. Orange is trying to build another forward keep. We've got several horsemen and knights coming in as well, trying to protect the villagers as much as they can. I don't think he realizes Driz T's full army is right there. OG-Khan is pushing in. If you see this stream of blue right now, he's pushing in towards Red's base while Red is up here on his, I don't even know what to call that, northwestern front. Most of his bombards and everything are up here. He's gonna be able to clean up this some little distraction by Super Oxide, and that's gonna allow OG-Khan to get into the base pretty easily. He's trying to wall up. These Streltsy are probably gonna shoot these villagers really, really easily. Yep, dead. He is now infiltrated the base. The base isn't fully walled off, and even over here, if we look, it's just a palisade wall. There's no keeps on the outer corners. These were kind of preliminary keeps, but otherwise it's free reign. Elite horsemen trying to come off and chase these knights off his base. Otherwise, it looks like Driz T has to make a turnaround, coming back to his main base to defend. Palace of Swabia out in the open. So what we've seen with other HRE players, which has made them so strong, is that they put a little wall around certain landmarks. Their landmarks are hidden back towards the corner of their bases. If we look right here, we know that most of this corner has been secured by Driz T, and I love what OG-Khan is doing. OG-Khan is running through the base, trying to at least scout out and find any landmarks that he can. This is super smart because then he can avoid all of this right here and just take out the main bases. Knights are doing some damage here. It looks like Driz T has made his way back over with his military. And a lot of strong knights, though. These elite knights are fully upgraded, I would assume. I did see a blacksmith out. Blacksmiths are so upgraded, there's nothing available. So that looks really good for OG-Khan in terms of strength of military. Let's look down here he's got spearmen coming out. These are all upgraded as well. I don't see the blacksmith. Where's blacksmith? Blacksmith. Here it is, blacksmith. He's just missing plate cutter point, and he's just started producing it. So he'll be getting the last two. I don't know why he's getting siege engineering, but he'll be getting the last two upgrades. So both units are fully upgraded. I don't think these horsemen are good for running around and taking out bombards and things, but otherwise it looks like Driz T is might not be the strongest against these Streltsy. If these mangoes are set up right now, set up, they can get some pretty good hits off on the Streltsy in the corner. Most of the Streltsy probably will take 2 hits to go down. One of the bombards is also taken out. More Streltsy going down. Village workers moving around this side, trying to produce. Whoa. All these archery ranges and stables are queued up. Bombard's going to be burned down by several of these crossbowmen. Spearmen making their way over the other side. More horsemen being queued by Driz T. So Driz T is going to clean up whatever military OG Khan brought down south. Most of the horsemen here are present for Super Oxide. I don't know if Super Oxide is going to come to the rescue of his teammate. Maybe not. He's got 66 horses just chilling there. So I don't know if he's going to go for a backstab landmark snipe or help his teammate. Honestly, if I was Super Oxide, I would wait for OG Khan to be successful in this until I push forward. Otherwise, oh my gosh, Orange has done it again. He's rebuilt his entire main base. That's what he's focused on. He's not focused on helping. He's got a really strong eco right now. He's got gold in the bank. He's ready to go. It looks like, though, there's several knights here to take out, do a little bit of raiding on Driz T. Knights also making their way back into the center of Driz T's base. Now, this is Driz T continues to just make elite horsemen, which I would like to call a version of trash units, but it seems to be a good combination with these horsemen to take out any of the siege and then having a strong group of men-at-arms. So I don't know how you guys feel, but with a lot of HRE players, I see their composition is a lot different from this. A lot of elite men-at-arms, Lance Connects, that's pretty much it, and then siege. But I like how Driz T has added some horses to his mix. It allows him to get around the map a lot faster, burn down siege a lot faster. It's a lot easier for him to do that. OG Khan is just sending more and more units out there. His eco is still looking okay, but it is expensive for him to keep making these elite knights. He's gonna make a run for it. He needs to continue building his proxy base. Didn't get up fully. Let's see. He wanted to build a proxy base, but it looks like he canceled it. There's a lot of military production buildings for Driz T. Driz T is just all over the map. Orange, on the other hand, is just chilling. He looks like he's rebuilt his entire main base. He's now walling up. He's like, I'm gonna be selfish, guys. I'm gonna be selfish. I'm gonna let... If OG Khan uses all of his gold, which he has, totally dwindling his resources, Super Oxide is actually going to be Super Oxide. Wow. I think what's happening is OG Khan is really trying to amass his military before he makes a second push. What I would do is give up this position, possibly go out onto the field, but either way, it doesn't even matter because Driz T continues making keeps everywhere. Also, I think Driz T has this forward base right here. He has several archers. I don't know if he's noticed this entire base being rebuilt by Orange. Super Oxide is protecting what he has. And he's building, oh my gosh, Super Oxide is pop capped. He has a military of 102. So if I do this, it's a 102 horsemen, elite horsemen. They're upgraded enough. Let me see his blacksmith. I know he had a blacksmith at one point. Blacksmith is not, upgrades aren't fully committed. He does have a university, so he has a couple upgrades from the university, but otherwise he's not going to be as strong as the horseman, let's say, from Driz T. All right, we see the Knights and Streltsy coming back in towards Driz T's pace. There is an orange scout. Yeah, he has one orange scout. I mean, I could select the orange scout and follow that, but I don't think he has an orange scout because He has horsemen. Several of the archers trying to cause damage to whatever Super Oxide is doing. Oh, Super Oxide is coming to Driz T's base to at least try to help a little bit. I don't know what he's doing. He's taking out more of the siege. Red is really strong though, so his horsemen are going to be a little bit stronger than Orange's horsemen. Take those out. Most of the siege going down from Driz T. Now that there was like a little bit of a divergent split off from those two, that is good. These a group of archers and crossbowmen are taking out any of the knights that come by. Knights are kind of just trying to skirt around the side. There's also Springald. Springalds are going to be able to take out these bombards as well. It looks like Driz T is really low on food. All he can do is make siege right now. Super Oxide leading in the eco department, and OG Khan is really low on gold. Streltsy have survived that entire attack. There wasn't a mangonel present for Driz T, or the one mangonel that was is swiftly getting picked up. If we look at, there's 3 horses right here getting it knocked out by the trebuchets. Okay, here we go. Super Oxide making his way across the map to the aid of his ally. So maybe he was just waiting. Fake army. Yeah, he's replenishing really quickly. Army coming through two Reds base. This is really good. So I don't know if they're gonna run. They shouldn't run right under the keep. They'll be able to take out this mass probably, or if they're just coming into landmark snipe. They might be coming into landmark snipe. I'm not sure. Red has 3 trebuchets that are gonna get off a couple shots. Probably try to take out a few of these horsemen over here. All right, he's coming in, moving in towards the base. Driz T trying to counter with some spearmen. Like I said before, he is really low on certain resources such as food, so he's not going to be able to go get that off. Super Oxide is doing his job, trying to get a few landmark snipes in. He didn't send a lot of units, but he sent enough units. So it looks like, I want to say that while OG Khan is up on the northern side, I feel like these horses are they're doing like 50% damage now that there's a few workers on this Aiken Chapel. Driz T is down to 57 food. He's really, really low. More of the horsemen, I don't know if they're gonna make their way across the map. We do see Royal Knights coming out from Super Oxide. Here comes the push from OG Khan. We are over an hour into the game. There's still players left on the map. It looks like Driz T is getting pushed back into the corner. He's not doing well on resources except for gold, which I would have obviously expect from a HRE player. He has 3 relics, so not even that much. But that's enough to get him to a pretty good place. Driz T's gold is like insane. 28,000 gold. So he could just buy more food if he wanted. Streltsy gonna be able to clean up the little military they have. They work their way over towards these trebuchets. Trebuchets gonna be going down. Palace of Swabia has gone down as well. Another group of horsemen making their way in towards the base, coming up from the northern side. They need to run around this keep. They're gonna go for probably for the main TC right now. Aiken Chapel is still up. I want to say, so Palace of Swabia is down. They've got the main TC, Aiken Chapel, and Regnance Cathedral is also needs to go down, which was definitely spotted by OG Khan. Aiken Chapel is going down at the hands of Super Oxide's horsemen. Main TC is down. Team Blue and Orange Going to be ending red. It looks like Regnitz Cathedral is the last landmark standing, and it's been spotted by OG Khan. So OG Khan's just got to get his bomb bars all the way over there. Horseman making a pretty good wall to protect the siege. Drizzt is not looking too good. He's down to 79 food. He's got an eco of 20, a military of 10. Regnitz Cathedral is in the sights of OG Khan. OG Khan getting the last 2 hits on this, and orange and blue have successfully destroyed Drizzt. They'll be splitting those points. GG, Drizzt. Neither. All right, so they're gonna head back. I don't know what's gonna happen because they're very much intertwined into each other's. Oh, wait. Here it comes. The landmark snipe that we knew that was happening. All the trade being taken out first. Oh. A couple horsemen have made their way into the base of, let's see, of OG Khan. Super Oxide was ready for this. That's why he had his military on reserve right now. These guys are stuck out here. Oh, wow. Very strong landmark snipe from Super Oxide. The backstab, like I said before, doesn't apply here because they're the last 2 players, so they can't get that bonus. It doesn't matter, but it looks like Super Oxide is going to be taking out OG Khan. He's taken out this landmark. Look at this last one. Landmark snipe, and I love how he saved all his elite knights for the bitter end. OG Khan's trying to rebuild his main TC, try to get that back up before this last one goes down, but it's not looking good. OG Khan has 1 more landmark. Where is it? Is the main TC not down all the way? He has 1 more. Where is it? I can't even see. Oh wait, it's over here in the corner. Yeah. Oh, this is where it is. OG Khan's last landmark has been spotted. That's the issue with the wooden walls. Like, he can't really do anything about it. Even though it was so well placed, this last cathedral is going to be captured. And the Empire has been conquered. Super Oxide lasts that out the longest. But otherwise, he'll be getting the last 4 points for winning that way. Well played by everybody. Super Oxide, that was not his secret match. So either way, they're all doing really well, guys. Well played. If we look at the stats, let's look at the timeline. So Shorty Rock really did well getting up to a high total unit, but tanked really quickly. You guys played amazing. Villager count. Oh, if we look at villager count was also really high for Shorty Rock. That's where most of he had no military to defend. Some of the stronger ecos, if we look at total res count, would have been Drizzt. Drizzt was able to hang on that long because of his ego. So there's that. OG Khan also and Benji held on for quite a bit too. The recovery though, I just want to say, from Super Oxide, from almost dying, if we look at this, like almost dead to fully recovered, it is insane. Military count too, just tanking for several of these players and then rising back up. If we look at score, we can see the scores changes. And what else do you guys want to see? Let's look at the stats. Super Oxide says, I was expecting you to betray me a lot sooner. I was expecting that too. No bonus in that way. Also, OG Khan, thank you so much for sharing your chat. We really appreciate it. Stats. OG Khan seems to be pretty high on like military and eco. Military high right now. Let's see, killed 1,192. Drizzt not falling far behind with 900. Otherwise, the next highest is down to 500, so a 400 unit difference. Eco really strong for OGCon for most of the game. Tanking once he built a lot of those units. Tech upgrades, pretty strong for Drizzt. And yeah, villager high of 121 for Shorty Rock. The magic number of 110 for OGCon and Benji. Mark 2.0, and it looks like the earlier players didn't get a chance to get up, and Super Oxide having an 87. Oh, wow. Oh, OGCon, you were waiting for Red to drop Wonder. Interesting. Really good. Really well played, friends. Really well played.